Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's episode. I'm your host, Todd Walters, your home sold guaranteed realty, and I'm here with a very special human being, one of the greatest humans I've ever met in my life. So let me set it up this way. How likely is it for you to earn, say, well over $1 million selling real estate in a marketplace where there's very, very few people? Like, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, so there's millions and millions and millions and millions of people in metro Atlanta, right? So you would think that getting to that point of being a millionaire real estate agent or a millionaire broker is probably more likely to happen given the population. But what if you're in a marketplace where there's like not millions and millions of people, there's like thousands and thousands of people? Is it possible to be able to pull that off? Well, you're looking at a guy right now who has absolutely been able to do that. Mr. Kellar Lawrence. Kellar, how you doing, big dog?
Hey, man, better than good.
Yes. All right. So it's a pleasure to talk to you. So tell everybody where you are, Kellar.
I'm in Greenwood, South Carolina. We have about 65,000 people in our county, and there's less than 100 agents in our market. And so it's a small town in South Carolina, I was born and raised here, and I started selling real estate right out of college, and this is all I know. It's all I've been doing, and
now, but you haven't always done it this way, okay? So let's fast forward on it. Like, you've got a pretty good little business there. What's your percentage of market share in that market?
About 10%.
Okay. So I would imagine that you guys can run the numbers based on your market area, say your MLS area. What is the percent of market share that you take down? I think the number one real estate company, single owned office in metro Atlanta is only about 1 to 1.25%. That would be number one in the market. So here you are in Greenwood, South Carolina, controlling 10% of the entire market. Of course, you're earning 7-figure incomes from being able to do that. But it didn't always start that way. So how did you find yourself into the Quantum Leap system? And now you're your home sold guaranteed realty owner. So tell us a little bit about that story, Kellar.
Well, shoot, it's a long time ago, about 15 years ago. I've been in the Quantum Leaps program for about 15 years. I was thumbing through a realtor magazine and I saw an ad Craig put in there, and I'm like, wow, this is awesome. Let me hear about this. And I think maybe I dialed a 1-800 number and heard, whatever Craig had on the hotline there. And I think, I don't remember, but basically you should come to this super conference. And, it was a direct response ad. And it compelled me to go to the next super conference, wherever it was. And I went there and I'm like, holy crap, this is the roadmap to succeed. I mean, it's step-by-step franchise, what you need to do. It was crystal clear how I needed to run my business now rather than just shooting from the hip about everything.
Yep, exactly. That is
and I've gone up the ladder. I didn't even need to hear the end of day 3 to sign up for coaching. I wanted to, within 30 minutes, I wanted to sign up for coaching. So I signed up for coaching. I think I stayed in there about 6 months, and it was, I guess, maybe around that time. No, and then I jumped up to the grad level. There was a level called grad back then, run by Danny Griffin. He's an unbelievable dude. And I was in there for a year. And then that's when you guys created the Platinum program. So I was all into the Platinum program. And then when you started Titanium, I'm like, man, I want some of that. And luckily you guys were able to, you allowed me to join that group. I was the low man on the totem pole in that group. Still am, by the way. And then when your home sold guaranteed realty was created, I did not immediately join that because I had a good thing going here with my name in my town. But after, I don't know, maybe a year or so, I saw that I needed to be a part of that in order to go to the next level. And to have with SEO and have a sellable business and all of that, I knew I needed to do it. So,
well, you're doing it, and you're doing it really well. Okay, here's what I want to talk about here over the next few minutes. It's a niche. Like every great business in real estate or outside of it, and we're talking about the greats now. We're not talking about the next level real estate agent. We're talking about the top 1% of 1%. Okay, and there is a top 1% of 1%. Kellar, you're part of that top 1% of 1% for sure. And when you study these great businesses in real estate, as well as the ones outside in other industries, that top 1% of 1%, you'll see that they have a niche. There is something that they do or how they do things that becomes part of their niche. Okay, so we have that. And it's different than what the industry norms and standards are in real estate. Okay, so to fast forward to what the niche is, and I'm going to let you talk about the importance of it, Kellar, because we've tried it all other ways. But essentially, the niche is this. We're a real estate company that generates appointments for real estate agents. That is not a norm and standard in the industry. That is not something that most real estate agents don't even generate appointments for themselves. You know, let's say you get a referral, Kellar, referral comes in, that's not an appointment generated. That was an order. Like somebody called you and says, "Hey, I want to talk to you about selling my house." Yeah. We wouldn't really call a referral like an appointment that we generated. It sort of happened unless you have a marketing system that can actually generate those kinds of prospects that can be converted to an appointment. And that gets into what we're talking about here. How many real estate brokerages in your marketplace actually generate appointments for real estate agents, Kellar?
None.
Yes. So think about that for a minute if you're watching. If you can crack the code of being an appointment generating machine, getting real estate agents, even the great talented agents, it becomes, how should I say this, way less difficult. Is that what you've discovered?
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't even know if the companies in Greenwood provide leads, much less appointments. Yeah, but certainly not appointments.
Yeah, I call it an extreme niche, and will totally differentiate you from everyone else in the marketplace. But everybody should know that's our model. Our model is we're a real estate company that generates appointments for real estate agents. And then the agents can use those to subsidize their already busy business, or they can basically make a living just off of those appointments if they want to. Right. Either one are optimal. Like in order to grow your real estate business, you got to have an overflow of it. So when we give appointments out to an agent, Kellar, I'm like, look, we're handing you a lifetime customer. So whatever the referral fee is that you're paying, I want you to understand you're being given a lifetime customer. So you're going to get the reviews that you can leverage. You're going to get the leads from their listing that you can turn into more business. Yeah. And you're going to get the repeat business from that customer, and it's going to come back around and buy more real estate from you, maybe even investment properties. So the lifetime value of a customer is huge. So if it's me and I'm a real estate professional and I'm watching this, I like this idea. Whatever I can do to have business handed to me, because I'm going to turn that business into multiples of more closings, not just from that one customer, but from others that are magnetically attracted as a direct result of marketing this particular customer or customer's house. So it is, in my opinion, in my experience in real estate, the best niche you can be on, generating appointments for real estate agents. Now, at what time in your history here did you discover that being an absolute freaking jackpot?
Because it was a game changer when I hired ISA, inside sales agents, to, before it was me making the calls and generating the appointments. And then I guess it was probably maybe 8 years ago. I got my first ISA, and man, my business launched up after that. And then maybe a year after that, I got my second ISA. Yeah. And
How many running today?
2.
Mm. Yeah.
I had 3. One just left, so I'm recruiting for more. I've got 2 more interviews for some more people. I think right now I need 3. But
Yes.
and
Yeah. So real estate agents, if you're watching this video, like you're the inside sales agent if you're flying all by yourself, and that's the problem. Is that we generate appointments for ourselves, and then we go out on the appointments. And when we're out on the appointments and we start to work with the customers, guess what's not happening?
Mhm.
Yeah, we're not getting any more new appointments. So
And
we
I'm
end up
still,
on.
hey, Todd, I'm still making calls myself. I mean, that's a very dollar productive thing to do, right? Craig says that's one of the 4 things you should be doing: cherry picking the leads, and that's what I'm booking appointments as well, because that
Yes.
is,
It
dollar
is where
productive.
the rubber meets the road. Everything flows into your business to the point of getting appointments with prospects. Okay, these are buyer appointments and listing appointments. A buyer appointment is not an appointment to go out and show a house. It's to basically meet with the buyer to get them to become a client. So when we're talking appointments, we're talking about sitting down with the prospect, presenting benefits. They sign an agreement, a buyer agreement or a listing contract, and then everything flows out from there. So it flows into the appointment, flows out from the appointment. It is where the rubber meets the road. It's the center point, the catalyst in having whatever business you want to have. Your ability to generate appointments for real estate agents will pretty much dictate how fat and how successful your business will become. Most real estate agents and brokers, though, Kellar, they give up on it because it's hard. It's hard to get appointments to scale. But
they don't know what to say. They don't know how to.
Yeah.
And the ones that the brokers get in my town, they keep for themselves, because the brokers in my town compete against their own agents. Yeah. I'm the only one in town that doesn't.
Do you know why they do that? Do you know why they do that likely?
Yeah, to increase the profitability of their company.
Because it's not.
Huh?
Because it's not. Right. They got to go increase the profitability of their business,
right.
because it's not
profitable. So in order to make the business profitable,
it's called it's subsidizing. They literally have to go out and sell real estate.
That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah. They got to go out and sell real estate to subsidize their lousy business model. And the smart leaders are very, very good at diagnosing the reality of a situation. Okay. So we did that decades ago. The reality is that if we can crack the code on generating appointments for real estate agents, okay, we can pretty much do what we want to do, because it is the thing that makes the business. It's what agents want, whether you're super busy or not. Everyone wants more appointments with ready to act buyers and sellers. Everybody got it? Okay. So I'm going to recommend you do that. But I think you said it right, is that in order to get to that point, you have to have a lead generation machine that generates prospects that want to buy and sell real estate. Okay. So you got to be really good at, you said it earlier, direct response marketing. Would you consider yourself to be a direct response marketing expert?
Yes.
Yeah. That's a requirement. So I'll write that down too if you're watching. If you're really into this and you want to scale up your real estate company, whether you're an agent wanting to grow your real estate sales team business or a broker wanting to grow that, you got to become a direct response marketing expert. Otherwise, you sort of drift into what the majority of real estate agents and brokers do. And we all know that we'll call that a failing formula. Okay. So, all right. So everybody gets that. So become a direct response marketing expert. If you don't know what that is, you got to go look it up. But it's the cornerstone of all of our marketing, direct response. It's measurable. We can generate way more leads than the average real estate agent can, and it works without our constant involvement. So I got that one right, Kellar, right? Okay. So when you generate the leads, you said it next. You said you got to know what to say when you get on the phone with them to get an appointment. Is that right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's one of the greatest things I learned from day one, and is the universal callback script, man. It's the greatest thing ever.
Yes.
I made millions of dollars off the universal callback script.
Yeah, it's offers. What am I going to offer the prospect that will be so good that they say yes to meeting with me face to face before ever going out and looking at real estate? And oh man, once you got that word track and you've got the right offers on that, you can generate appointments in mass to scale. Okay, once you've mastered lead generation. So you got that right. Now, when I meet with the prospect, so you guys are meeting with your prospects. Now, what happens when you get face to face with a buyer? What do you guys do next?
When we get face to face with them, we go over benefits presentation.
Aha! So you're treating buyers just like you do sellers.
Absolutely.
Yes. So you present benefits,
Yeah.
and then you have them sign your buyer agreement. And what?
Yes.
And I'm guessing that on the buyer agreement, the fee that you're getting is above average.
Yes, way above average.
Okay. So all right? So let's talk about that. What's the average commission in your marketplace for buyers agents?
Anywhere from 2 to 2.4%.
Okay. What do you guys get?
3.5 to 4.
Okay.
Plus a $5.95 transaction fee.
Okay. So in other words, if I'm working with you at your real estate company, I'm just making a lot more money per transaction on the same amount of work that I would do at some other company I was at.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So now is everybody starting to see how this niche thing works? Once you have a niche of, we generate appointments for agents, okay, everything flows out of the appointment, okay, and everything flows into the appointment. The lead generation, direct response, follow-up, everything flows into the appointment. Out of the appointment flows clients and lifetime customers, okay? And once you're getting the appointments right, the rest of the stuff relatively becomes pretty simple. Okay.
Yeah.
When you get face to face with a buyer and you're getting them to sign your buyer agreement at 3.5 to 4+%, what's your percentage of conversion when you meet with a buyer to get them to sign an agreement like that?
95%.
All right.
So plus, I mean, pretty much when these buyers, when we show them all the great things we're going to do for them, and they're never obligated to buy anything, and they can cancel anytime they want. I mean, it's no risk and huge benefit. So pretty much everybody just signs it.
Yep. So, and I know that you guys have some specialty things, exclusivity that you offer buyers that they can't really get from other companies or agents. Okay. Like, if they're not happy with their home purchase, you'll buy it back. You're able to provide them with properties that they cannot find on the internet, active in MLS, and those kinds of benefits. Those are extreme benefits that are not norms and standards in the industry. So the point today is that not all real estate companies are the same. The majority of real estate brokerages, the majority of real estate agents, and the majority of real estate sales teams all pretty much operate the same way.
Yeah.
There is no mechanism or design baked into the fabric of the company to generate appointments for real estate agents. Either business happens to them by accident, or they're buying leads, okay, or none of that. Okay, does everybody got it? So at your home sold guaranteed realty companies, that's the cornerstone. The niche is generate appointments for real estate agents, and then the rest of our system kicks in and makes everybody much, much more successful. Kellar, great job. Any final comments on that?
No, can't think of anything. I appreciate your time, man. Appreciate being interviewed by the great Todd Walters.
Well, I don't know about that, buddy. Look, it's always fun to talk to you. No question about it. So look, if you're in South Carolina and you want to put your real estate license at a great company and have appointments handed to you on a silver platter, literally as many as you can skillfully handle, you want to talk to Kellar Lawrence about that. Now, if you're a real estate owner, broker owner, or an agent that wants to own their real estate company, and you're considering doing something with us at the Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty level, give Kellar a call. He'll tell you what the differences are. I kind of waited around a little bit, but then, I decided I wanted to go to the next level in my business, and SEO was a big part of it. So I did it, and he can tell you himself whether it was a benefit or not. I think everybody can see that it is. So Kellar, great job, dude. You're doing extremely great work there in that part of the world. Congratulations.
Well, thank you very much. Learn from the best, man.
Well, we'll continue. All of us are learning. So I want to thank everybody for jumping on today's video and listening to Kellar and I talk about your niche in the real estate market, what it is, what it isn't, what it should be. So great job. Thank you, everyone. Kellar, we'll catch up with you soon. Go serve big.
All right. See you later, man. Bye.